Hello there, wonderful singers, and welcome to your COVO vocal exercise of the week. My name is Dr. Julia Nielsen. I am the founder of COVO, which is short for Community Vocalizing. And here at COVO, we have just wrapped up Antiques Month. All of the vocal exercises that we have sung during our live online COVO vocal workouts in October were taken from antique vocal methods. That is historical vocal exercise books that were at least 100 years old, if not older. And we have started each workout with what I call a page one exercise. On page one of almost every vocal method of this era, we find an initial vocal exercise that is just single tones, long single tones, usually on the ah vowel. So a typical page one exercise looks like this. Again, you see long single tones moving up by half step. They are to be sung on the broad Italian vowel ah. And if you're interested in reading all the fine print, you can pause the video now and take a closer look. But in our COVO vocal exercise of the week, this week, we are going to try a slight twist on this traditional page one exercise. This page one exercise comes from a 1910 book called The Art of Singing by William Shakespeare. No, obviously not the bard, but a tenor turned famous voice teacher who was probably named after the Shakespeare that we know and love. So this version of the single tones exercise is really interesting to me because unlike so many of his peers and immediate predecessors, Shakespeare seemed to acknowledge the existence of consonants and the benefits of including them in vocal exercises. You will notice the, va, za, treasure, all of the consonants in these syllables and words are what we call voiced continuants. This means that we can sing on them. They have pitch, and they can be sustained. That's the continuant part. So as we sing these syllables, moving up in pitch by half steps, see if you can feel the airflow continuing smoothly between vowels and consonants. As my teacher, David Jones, always says, we want to brush the consonants on the same airflow as the surrounding vowels, which is why I have decided to call this exercise airbrushed consonants or airbrushing consonants. However, you might notice there is one other little twist to this exercise besides just the syllables. Do you notice that last half note? Here it is, that last half note standing alone after that half rest. Well, here are Shakespeare's instructions to us about that final note. He writes, finish singing the note of each exercise with the throat open and with sufficient breath to be able, after a slight pause, to repeat in the same breath the last note. This, he said, was a test of breath control. He said the extra note should be sung with steady breath and with fullness of tone as shown by the richness of the vowel. So again, in that rest, you are not going to inhale. You're going to pause with throat open before you sing the final note. So we're going to start here, the, and as we go up half steps, we'll go down the line. Next singing va, then za, etc. Okay? Here's our beat, half notes. Were you able to keep your throat open? In the rest, did you have enough breath for that final little coda note? So I invite you to play with this exercise in the coming week, and I feel certain that Mr. Shakespeare would not mind if you replaced some of his consonants with others. So if you are interested in accessing the complete 30-minute Antiques workouts that we did in October, all 9 of them are now available on demand through December 31st, that's 2023. You can find the link to our website's on demand page in the description below. If you would like to join this month's free general vocal workouts, we would love to have you. We meet every Monday and Wednesday on Zoom from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, and instructions on how to request our free Zoom link are in the description below. And finally, if you would like next week's vocal exercise of the week to be delivered directly to your inbox, you can find out how in the description below. So singers, remember that vocal exercise, regular vocal exercise, is key to your vocal health and fitness. Every time you show up at Kovo, you are going to get a creative vocal workout, expert coaching, and a community of friends to practice with. We hope to see you there.